important round 2 battle here. Alex Lely versus Vilmos Foldes. Both players having dropped their opening matches. And that, in effect, means that this one takes on added significance. Andy Richardson, it's certainly also, as we would assume, no player wants to have to depend on other players' results. They want things in their own hands that they can control. And basically, that's what the winner here will provide himself with.
Absolutely, a huge difference between victory and loss in this particular match. I think it's fair to say that in the last couple of matches both players played, nobody really hit top gear.
Alex certainly never did hit his comfort zone against Tony Drago, but Drago broke so well against Alex, he never really gave him a chance. And Alex instantly 3 balls down on the break. And he's got what has to be considered a very difficult shot at the 2, as we see the break off one more time.
Struck the ball well, good break, productive, but as you say, he's not on the 2. Needs to look for a good safety here.
And Alex will know the capability of his opponent very well, Vilmos Foldes. At 20 years of age, the youngest competitor in the 888.com Whirlpool League event here in Warsaw this year. But what a talented player he is, Foldes. Oh, that's unlucky.
Foul shot.
Very unlucky. He took the very difficult 2 on, and it looks very much now like Foldes is going to pinch Alec Lely's break, and that will put Lely under the gun. Couldn't legislate for that at all, Andy.
That really was unlucky. To be fair with you, I didn't realise the ball actually went. So fine, great pot, very unlucky bad kiss.
No sympathy cards from Foldes, though. He'll get right into it here. He knows this is a gilt-edged opportunity and one that he wants to put pay to.
Just the start he was looking for. Nice easy run out, get yourself into the game.
Both Foldes and Lely looked a little edgy in their first round matches. Getting that first win under your belt goes a long way to settling yourself down and putting a little grease into that back arm.
Landed perfect on the 8, just dropped the ball through. Nice straight 9. Take the first rack of this match. Take the initiative.
And against the break of Alex Lely, the former world junior champion Foldes from Hungary secures his first rack. 10 to play. Alternating break in effect here in Warsaw. Disbursement.
In 1 rack.
Every ball is touching. That's what you get. Foldes now, rack number 2, leading 1-0. Wing ball down. And he is sitting perfect on the 1. Beautiful break from Foldes there.
Timed it really well. Nice soft break, made the wing. His previous match, he stayed at the same side, but I feel he hit the balls a little harder. He's maybe found the pace.
Talking to a couple of the players, he said they found the table breaking very easily. But when you're under so much pressure and up against 6 of the best from around the world, really it can't be easy enough.
Drawn the cue ball back well there. Slightly overrun.
If nothing else, too, Andy, he's getting a chance to settle his nerves, put a lot of pressure onto Alex Lely's shoulders. And it's going to be vital for Lely when the next rack arrives. It looks very much like he's going to be 2-0 down, going to be under pressure to try and respond. Mind you, Lely has started to find some form as of late. Recent European champion. And he does hold the edge when these two have met before. Mind you, Foldes seems to be getting better and better every time out of the gate. little short of ideal position here on the 9. This is a lot tougher than it should have been. Bottom right. And you still expect him to get it. And get it he does. Fuldez 2-0. Like a whippet, he's out of the gate here in Warsaw. And he has applied the pressure to Alex Lely. Lely with the break in rack number 3. So Alex knows full well now that he's got to keep Fuldez in his sights. And when the adrenaline starts to flow, Andy, you've played a lot of top flight pool. It's sometimes tough to control, isn't it? You've got to take everything with measure. Absolutely. He's got to guard against getting too excited,
Alex
too
Lely
anxious.
To break, trailing 2 racks to 0.
He's got to concentrate on the job in hand.
He's got loads of experience, does Lely. Rack number 3, got the wing ball. And this time, he comes up a lot better. Great break from Lely. 2 balls deposited, and a wide open look at the 2. Lely can crunch the break, believe me. It was a lot softer than what he's capable of hitting. But this is just the sort of layout that he would have wanted.
It's a soft break at the moment that seems to be producing the goods. Played a good 6 to the corner. Plays a 3 into the middle, draws the cue ball back. He's in prime position.
With this alternating break format that's employed here in the World Pool League, you always get to the table. You always get a chance. But there's a little added pressure if your opponent holds his break. He's a little straighter on the 6 than he would have liked.
Draws the cue ball back. Played a little bit of English on that ball. Tried to widen the angle. And he's on the 7.
A little bit of carelessness, though. He should have left himself a lot more angle on that 6 when he knocked the 4 in. So a thinner cut into the side pocket than Alex would have liked. And he's got to keep control of Whitey.
Be drawing off the bottom rail here. Just needs to cue it. And there it slid. You just saw it slide slightly across. He's caught the back of the 8. Still on.
Yeah, just a smattering of applause, but that was a pretty well-controlled shot. And he's got to stay still on this one, too. Right-hand side pocket.
Played it well. 9 ball in the bottom right-hand corner to peg 1 back.
Got knocked to the mat, but he got up and threw a few punches of his own. Alex Lely back on song. 2-1 to Vilmos Fuldez, and Fuldez with the break in rack 4. And Alex Lely, recent European champion, just crowned. And he's got quite an impressive bio. Always one of the players to beat in any Euro Tour event. And he's made his mark all over the world, has Lely. Played a number of times in the Mosconi Cup. He's always a player that you always look for his name in the draw. Alex is one of those guys we like to say he leaves it all at the table. Nigel Rees again, just ensuring everything's touching. And Lely will have to wait in his chair and see if Fuldez can provide us with as good a break as he did in rack number 2, because it was a cracker. Here we go, rack 4, 2-1 to Fuldez.
Well, he nailed the pink 4 in the corner there. Wing ball once again. Good cue ball, and he's on the 1. Big difference from his first match where he was struggling with the break.
Yeah, and again, not nearly as much power as he's capable of, but enough. Enough to get success. His toughest shot may come right here. A thin 1. And you can see that blue 2 that he's eyeing up. If it's available to the bottom left corner that Foldez is looking at right now, it's going to make his work a lot easier. If it isn't, it's going to be a little trickier because he may have to play a little left-hand spin into that cue ball, and that's going to make the shot on the 1 tougher.
That's because the orange 5 obviously is in the path of the obvious pot into the corner. You play the 1, come off the bottom rail, you don't want to hit the 5.
And that's why he's taking so much time, Andy. This is far from straightforward. And I think Vilmos knows that a mistake here on Lely would be quick to pounce. He's just gotten up off his cue twice.
This isn't easy. If he does look to take the 2 between the gap between the 9 and the 3, he needs to draw back off the bottom rail with a trace of English, but this is not an easy shot. Not too much pace, just the right amount of side.
Oh, I like the way he's played this.
Past.
He's elected to play the 2 into the side pocket.
He'll have known that. He'll have known if he went past the 2, it'd go into the middle.
But that way, Andy, he allowed himself to play the 1 within his comfort zone.
Exactly.
Oh, good shot again. Struck right into the heart of the pocket, and that should avail him. Rack number 4. Give him a 3-1 lead. The shot on the 1, position to the 2, was really the main hurdle that Foldez had to get over in that rack.
That was the big shot. Played it well. Good performance so far.
In his first Whirlpool League. And the way he plays, first of many.
Well, he's straight on this 8. It should pose no problem.
Well, he played a left-handed shot in his first round match up against Torsten Homan successfully. And he's overdrawn this. How often do we say it? But a much more difficult shot than he really should be faced with, and given the circumstances, very missable.
That cue ball's travelling. You'd rather be high on that ball, cutting into the corner than playing into the corner and running up the tail with the cue ball. Puts
Big
pressure
time
on. He should have been
pressure
on this
for
ball.
sure, Andy, right here. And you can hear a pin drop out in that arena. And Foldez knows that everybody's attention is focused on this 9. This could well be a defining moment in this match. What should be 3-1.
Doesn't like it.
I don't like it, and I'm not even the one shooting it. With that cue ball so near that side cushion, everything is at a premium. Cueing and control of the white. Well, he's elected to bank it. What an effort from Foldez there. What a shot! Mark that one down on your scorecards, folks, because it doesn't get any better than that. An absolutely gifted effort on the 9 from the former World Junior Champion stakes him to a 3-1 advantage. Off guard. At no time did I think he was going to take the bank shot on there, Andy. I mean, if anything, safety. Either cut it in or, then again, from that angle, the in-off into the side pocket. He may not have been able to avoid it.
Alex Lely to break.
It's a very clever shot, really was.
And that sent a message. 3-1. Foldez in front of Lely, and it's down to Alex. He's got to produce the goods here. He won't be thrilled with that. Without even having a look. He's nominated the push out, and instantly Foldez is in the favorite role in this rack. You can see how they all came to rest. And that cue ball sandwiched between 2 colors, and no clear path to the 3.
Things just not running Alex's way at the moment. Cruel, good break, good control. As you say, it's a push out. And it's a tough push out at that.
And 9-ball can be a very cruel game. Of all the cue sports, this one tends to beat you up. You've got to fade that element of luck, and you can spend long deals of time.
Do you push the 5 safe here?
Maybe rolling it up to the 8.
That's what I'm
or
thinking.
In front of the 6.
Side
No, it's
rail.
up to the 8, but he's got to cover it. Oh, he hasn't done it. He's left a chance at the 3, but he did that on purpose. He wanted that 5 glued up to the 8. And now the gauntlet has been thrown down. A long, tricky 3. And I think this is easier to attack when you're 3-1 ahead than 2-2.
Most definitely. He's in full flow at the moment. Made some good balls. He should be feeling confident. Take the 3 into the corner. No work to do for the 4 ball. Always helps matters. But it's still a tough shot.
But he's cueing right over the corner pocket. Right over that plastic. That makes this a lot tougher. And then some. And you saw him just flick his cue at that pocket. Well, now Alex is delighted that he didn't cover the 5 up. Isn't it funny how things unfold? Another look at it. This one never threatened the corner. I'm not too sure. A little bit of inexperience didn't come to the fore for Fuldez there. He should have turned that over to Lely. If cueing was that awkward, I think I'd have let my opponent back to the table.
Alex just short there slightly. Just indicating where he wanted the cue ball. He looks like he can still get through there for position on the 5. Trace of English, right-hand English possibly. Yeah, he's going to spin it. Widens the angle as he hits the bottom rail. He's back out.
Not a straightforward positional shot here, though, because that cue ball is going to be contacting the 8, and he's got to stay over the left-hand side of the table.
He's got to spin it off the 8 ball, I think, here.
And he's got to be careful not to contact too much of that 8. If he hits that 8 too thick, that'll take the cue ball away from intended position.
He needs a lot of spin on the cue ball. Watch the path as it travels out. And he just caught the 7 there.
It's just not happening the way that Alex Lely scripted it. He didn't play his best in his first match, and he hasn't provided us with anything yet in this one, but it's still early days. 3-1 the scoreline, 10 racks to be played. Now, is he eyeing up this very difficult combination shot? No. That would have been too much to ask. He's got to try and cover it. Just lay that 6 in behind the 8. And he's a little short of speed.
You can certainly see the edge of this 6 ball. But it's a toughie. Can't attack it. It's difficult to hide if he makes contact.
Well, Vilmos is having a look. Playing into the side cushion with bottom, trying to hold the cue ball in behind the 8. That'd be a tough one to negotiate.
I feel he's probably fractionally too close to the rail for that shot. It's the first thing I thought of when I looked at it, but maybe not.
Play this with a bit of bottom. And didn't touch it full, but he's not left Lely anything easy.
At least it's not an open ball. The bank's definitely on.
It is now. That bank shot should give Lely this rack, one that he had to have. He has to stay close to Fuldez, and he knows it.
That was a good shot under pressure. Had to make that ball for me. He's played the 7 into the middle, negotiates the bottom side rail. Once again, he's got a long 8.
He's not making life easy, is he?
He's just slightly out there.
Yeah, everything that he's playing, just leaving himself a lot to do. Wow, he hit that one as sweet as any he's hit. Great shot, that one on the 8 for Lely. Gives him the easiest of 9s, and back to 3-2. He thought he made a mistake early, didn't cover the 5 up. It worked out to his favor. 3-2, Fuldez over Lely. Vilmos Fuldez, 2003 World Junior Champion at 20 years of age. He's got the pool world at his feet. Starting to travel. He was in America for the U.S. Open, but an impressive bio for such a young player.
Vilmos Fuldez to break, leading 3 racks to 2.
And 3-2 in front. He readies himself for rack number 6. Needs that one to sit nice. And I think he'll take that every day.
Once again, great break. He's got the measure of the pace. He's on the 1.
Yeah, he's got the sweet spot. He's had a quick look to see that the red 3 passes the 8 into the bottom left corner.
Just runs this 1 ball through. Leaves himself an angle on the 2. And as the 3 passes.
It looks certainly like it does. He's just having one more look at it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Just float the ball across the table. It just needs to miss that middle pocket. It was close.
He didn't look too concerned. But this winning opportunity really manufactured by a terrific break. That's been the difference in the match. Fuldez has broken exceptionally well. If he'd have had this break in his first round tie against Torsten Homan, he went down to a 7-3 defeat there. That match could have had a different ending.
No flash, turn it off.
Yeah, he's looking good here. He's composed, playing at a nice pace. And the bank shot in the last game that he won was a fantastic shot, very clever. If he missed it, he knew he went safe, or he had a chance of going safe. It's this 9 to take the...
A 4-2 scoreline confirmed here in Warsaw. Vilmos Fuldez dictating the pace. 4-2 over the Netherlands' Alex Lely. As Lely looks on. Now, Andy, you've seen a lot of Alex Lely, and you're obviously very impressed with the way he plays. I mean, is it fair to say that probably one of his attributes, one of his strong suits as a professional player is his mental approach? He's just rock solid mentally.
Rack 7.
Absolutely rock solid.
Alex Lely to break.
Dedicated.
Trailing 4 racks to 2.
And he focuses really well. In front, behind, gets his head down. He can turn any match round.
He's going to need a little bit of help here. Needs that 3 to come off the cushion, and it obeyed. Great break from Lely. 4-2 he trails. Get back to 4-3. He knows Fuldez would be breaking in rack number 8. He also knows that he can only look at what he can control.
Yes, Jim, both players, I think, you would agree, have got the measure of the break. Both getting chances early on in the racks. But he's just slightly out of position again there. Needs to find the gap here. Well, he's kissed off the 6. And I think he'll settle for that.
And then some, Andy. Beautifully played. Now he's just got to negotiate the gap. Play the 6 to the bottom left corner. Cue ball off 2 cushions between the 6 and 8.
Looking good. 6 ball into the corner. Play the 7 into the same corner. Should be job done.
Terrific cueist. Works long and hard on fundamentals. There's so many good players from the Netherlands now. Niels Fayen, Nick Vandenberg. I mean, Lely's just again a testament to how strong the 9-ball contingent is in Europe. Simplest of 9s gets Alex back to 4-3. He knows that it's going to be Fuldez with the break in rack 8. And he's hoping to get out of his chair with a chance to square things up. And in Gao Sheng.
Rack 8.
And he's taken that win.
Leading 4 racks to 3.
And catapulted his confidence to new levels. The break in rack 8 here. The 888.com Whirlpool League sees Fuldez for the first time. And he wants it to be a memorable initiation, Andy.
That he certainly does. And once again, he's got the measure of this break. Wing ball. Not easy on the 1.
He's already shown us how brave he is.
Do you think he'll go for it? That's a fine cut. There's a possibility of a bank shot.
I think he may take the shot on. I see no reason to slow down.
Yeah, struck it well.
What a shot.
Is he unlucky? Oof.
What a shot from Fuldez there. There's no way this guy wants to gear down.
I think you made a good point there. He's got the lead.
Yeah.
He wants to attack the 1.
He wants to go in the front door. What's the saying? You don't back into titles. Oh.
Well, just as we're saying that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that must hurt.
That's hard.
How do you feel there?
That is so hard to swallow. One more look at it. Flick the white ball on its way by. Just enough room past that 3. And what could have been a nightmare for Vilmos Fuldez, he can forget about it.
And that really would have been the kind of miss that could have changed this match. That'd have been a hard one. Easy table, missing the 2. But as it is, he's fluked it in the middle.
Well, for me, that's what's so difficult about 9-ball when you compare it to other cue sports. Every now and then, you're going to see something like that where Lady Luck plays a card. And you've got to be able to bounce back from that.
Looking at the 7 ball into the middle. And this is to take him to 5, which guarantees him a point in this match.
Nicely played around the back of the 8.
8 into the corner. Couple of choices. He can just drop through, which is what he's doing. And he's on the 9, and this is for a guaranteed point in this match. And what a fluke that could turn out to be.
Guaranteed to get to 5 and assure yourself of the draw. 10 racks played here in round 1. Round robin action from Warsaw. 5-3, and what a huge fluke from Fuldez. Watch it again. They'll be showing this one for the remainder of the weekend. Offered his hand in apology, but I can assure you Lely would far rather have been getting out of his chair. 5-3, the scoreline in favor of Fuldez. And Alex with a tall order now. 2 to play, and if he's secure his first point in this year's event, he needs to win the last
Rack
2.
9, Alex Lely to break, Trailing 3 racks to 5.
He's got to make every ball count now. Good break and take his chances. And just hope that his opponent gives him an opportunity when it's his break. Well, broke well. Once again, the white travelled, but he's not on the one.
And no bank shot on offer here. As we see the look, the cue ball was tracking towards that corner pocket. Thankfully for Alex, the 2 knocked it off course. But he has to defend here.
There's a good safety here, though. Play the 1 ball off the side, drop it back onto the bottom rail, and watch the cue ball here. The 6 and the 9. Well, in fact, that's...
Foul shot.
Well,
Huge mistake. And a mistake from which Alex Lely will not recover in this match. All out of sorts. That was a complete mishit. Obviously trying to go side cushion, and behind cover. But with everything in the open, the 2-3 in close proximity to the 1, you really can't see Foldez failing to secure the match win.
the big shot for this game now would be the 3 to the 5 for me. The 8 ball just could hamper him slightly, but he can soon run through.
And that really shouldn't pose any problems either, Andy.
Not at this level.
I think Vilmos has to feel right now as though he's bulletproof in this match. Just hearkening back to that fluke, that would have brought the scoreline to 4-4. And I guarantee you a much different approach from Alex Lely. Foldez already knows that he dodged one there. And sometimes when you get the feeling that the fates are in your corner, your task becomes that much easier.
Played it well. So he's a simple 8 into the corner. Back off the bottom rail. You can just see him checking there the line of the 9 ball. To secure victory in this match. Guarantee himself the 2 points. That fluke was massive. But he's played well nonetheless.
Well, he's broken well. You certainly can't discount that fact. But Foldez knows for a fact here that he has secured a match win in his first 2 points in the 888.com Whirlpool League. 6-3 with 1 rack to play. European star Alex Lely faced with the unenviable proposition of knowing all he's doing is playing for respectability. He lost his first match against Tony Drago, 6-4. And if he wins the last rack here, and it's a big if, because Vilmos Foldez is the breaker.
Leading 6 racks to 3.
That's the best result Lely can get. Another 6-4 loss. And the way that Foldez has been breaking. Have a look at this.
That's his best break yet.
A little bit of powder to the bridge hand. Allows that cue to slide with a little more ease. But what a beautiful break from Foldez. 3 balls deposited. And sitting pretty on the 1.
Just looking for good shape on the 2 ball, the blue 2. The fact it's so close to the rail makes it slightly more difficult. But he just needs to drop this in. Floats in the corner. Back out for the blue into the middle. And as long as he's the right side of this blue 2, it's a simple enough shot.
He can force this in. Stun the cue ball down. A much better looking Vilmos Foldez in this match. Fair to say the pool gods favored him, but also fair to say he's played a little better. And Alex Lely knows that this is one that got away. He had the monkey over Foldez in the European matches that they had played in the Euro Tour. But Foldez is getting better at every event. Gaining experience, valuable experience, and self-belief.
This win will make him dangerous. He's played well in this match. Measure of the break, composed under pressure. Apart from that one blip there when he missed the 2 in the corner, he's looked good. Self-belief's a big thing.
In any sport. This 9 for a 7-3 victory. He kept Lely in his chair, saved to offer his hand in congratulations. Vilmos Foldez runs out a 7-3 winner over the Dutch star Alex Lely. Foldez evens his mark at 1 win and 1 loss. Lely with 2 losses with 2 played.
So Foldez, the 2003 World Junior Champion, condemning his opponent, a European Mosconi Cup team member, to a 2nd consecutive defeat. Lely anchored to the foot of the 888.com Whirlpool League table, but Foldez